Hey guys, welcome to this week's Thorough Thursday, and today we're going to be going over pull-ups. So let's get to it. So, the pull-up exercise itself is very simple. I'm going to grab the bar about shoulder width apart or a little bit wider and simply pull myself up to the bar until my chin passes the bar. Now, the real details behind this week's Thorough Thursday is going to be how to scale it and how you can make it more challenging if you're already pretty good at it. So if you can't do a pull-up, the first thing I would do is get your lats as strong as possible. So when I say that, I mean you exercises such as lat pull downs and chest supported rows. So using external weight is going to be a good way for you to strengthen those lats before you're able to pull up your own body weight. By simply using weights that are lighter than your own body weight, it's going to help develop those lats properly in order to do this movement. Once you feel like you've done that to a certain degree, you can start doing banded assisted pull-ups. So there's two ways to do this, and the first one is most commonly, you place the band around the pull-up bar and you pull it through, so that way when you climb up to the bar, you just simply put your knee in the band and then you go and pull up. My preferred method is to strap the band around a pair of J-hooks, so that way as it does assist you on the way up, but as you get towards the top, it's going to have little to no band tension. So if you wanted to use those in a scaling fashion, I'd probably do the band where it's looped around the bar first, so it's a little bit easier, and then as you get better with that, you loop the band around the J-hooks, so that way it's getting a little bit harder as you go along. Now, another thing to take into consideration when you're doing this is if you have a band or no band, is using slow eccentrics. So what I mean is, you start at the top of the bar and then you lower yourself as slow as you can in that movement. So no, you're not actually pulling yourself up, but what you are doing is still trying to get the lats stronger and bigger. Now, if you're already pretty good at pull-ups, let's say you can do 10 plus, you can start making them a little bit harder. So my favorite way to make body weight exercise harder is simply adding weight. So you can do this by using a weight vest or chains. Now, another way some people have been doing it more recently is doing them banded. So what you do is you take a band and you take it across the bottom of the rack or the rig and put a belt on that's attached to the band. So that way as you're pulling up, it's getting much harder with extra band tension. Now be careful with this variation because again, it's elastic instead of dead weight. So what it's going to do is it's going to throw you down harder. So if you don't have a good grip on the bar, it could potentially throw you off the bar and into the ground. Now, the last way I think is more challenging is if you use gymnastics rings. Now this one some people may view as easier, but the instability of it can make it harder. And also it's just causes a lot of core work to happen, to occur while you're doing the pull-up. Now, if you have shoulder issues, it may be wise for you to try to find a place where you can do neutral grip pull-ups or use the rings and try to keep them in a neutral position as you're pulling up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this version of Thorough Thursday, and I'll see you guys next week.